Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. We will continue with our subtopic, okay, of investment banking. Okay, so this is what we have under investment banking, and what we have did before is more toward the commercial bank and the overview of bank negara. Okay, so what we have here, okay, under investment banks, okay, as part of our banking institution, okay, like I did mention, it's more towards operating, okay, operating by assisting export and import transaction, okay, more toward they deal with large amount of transaction. Okay, so what we have here under the rule of investment bank, okay, provide banking facilities. When it comes to banking facilities, more toward they accept deposit, okay, and they also offer loans, okay, and also services to meet financial need of participant. Okay, example to help a company to raise capital. Okay, and next one is more toward provide service such as advisory. These two things same like what we have under commercial bank. Okay, and when it comes to provide service such as advisory and management service, stock broking, okay, loan syndication. When loan syndication or loan syndicate mean this particular huge amount of loan, okay, like 1 billion, 2 billion, and the term syndication it being offered by more than one bank. So this example, three banks, okay, combined to offer one huge amount of loan. Okay, so to delegate in term amount of risk. This is what we have under loan syndication. Portfolio management and others. Okay, because we know that when it comes to investment, okay, we need to diversify. Okay, usually we diversify under a portfolio itself. Okay, so in one portfolio we have number of diversified in investment like shares, okay, and some we have bonds, okay, and even in share itself, it not from the same industry. Okay, we diversify into different in industry. Okay, and the second one, main contributor of asset in the financial system. Okay, where it assists public and private corporation in raising fund. Okay, means, okay, this particular investment bank, okay, usually, okay, it help, okay, in raising fund when it come towards capital market. Okay, what is the meaning of this particular statement? Mean bank as underwriter. Okay, so right here, okay, bank will help company that not looking for loans. Okay, so they looking to raise capital through issuance of shares. Maksudnya dekat sini dia tak nak buat pinjaman tapi dia nak lebih kepada nak terbitkan saham. Okey, itu cara untuk dia dapatkan modal ataupun melalui instrumen bond. Dia akan terbitkan bond. So orang beli bond tu bermaksud dia akan menambahkan modal kepada company yang menerbitkan bond tu. Siapa yang bantu? Iaitu bank itself. Okay, and provide strategic advisory service for merger, acquisition, and other type of financial transaction. So when it comes to this kind of capital market, okay, it's more toward ownership. Okay, bila bercakap pasal saham, dia adalah berkenaan dengan holding of shares. Okay, maksudnya ownership lah. Okay, so what we have here, dia akan advise. Okay, bila kita own the shares, is it good to merge the company? Okay, or is it to acquire the company? So this is some of the advice given by the bank itself. Okay, and other type of financial transaction. This is example of investment bank that we have, okay, or operated in Malaysia. We have a FIN Investment Berhad, Alliance Investment, okay, Maybank Investment, RHB Investment, okay, Kenanga. Nowadays, KN Kenanga, okay, is among top, okay, in term of this kind of capital market, okay, capital market instrument. Okay, Hong Leong Investment, CIMB, okay, we have investment, ECM Libra, okay, and the list goes on. Okay, and what we have here, this is one of the popular question for the commercial, for the what is so called as um, when it comes to non-banking financial institution, okay, in terms of the sources of fund and users of fund, how they get the money, okay, for their institution, and how they use the money, okay. So normally investment banks, same like what we have at the commercial bank, they will receive fund, okay, from depositors, from the customers who want to deposit the money, okay, from the borrowing itself, okay. This particular investment bank borrow money from other bank, so that amount of cash received, okay, from the other bank, okay. So that one is based on loan base, okay. Deposit and placement of bank and other financial institution, okay. Even, okay, in our bank itself, there is also depositor from other bank. Maksudnya bank lain buka account dalam bank kita. Okay. And what we have here is balance due to client and broker. Yang mana yang buat pinjaman, yang bayar balik. Itu pun adalah sources of fund. Okay. And they use that particular sources of fund, they transform into other products. Okay. So the uses of fund is in term of issuance of loan. They issue loan. Contoh loan for business loan, okay, or personal loan. So this kind of thing, okay, is can be considered as uses of available of fund in the bank itself. Maksudnya duit yang dia dah terima tu, dia tak nak hold saja, dia akan terbitkan produk-produk baru, terutamanya dalam bentuk pinjaman. Okay, and investment bank also they issue deposit placement with financial institution. Ni pun kalau misalnya bank kita pula nak simpan duit dekat bank lain. Okay, so itu pun kita panggil users of fund. Security held for trading and maturity. Okay, maksud dekat sini when it comes to security, either kita this particular bank hold money market instrument or capital market instrument. Okay, security available for sale, statutory deposit with Bank Negara Malaysia. So bank, this investment bank also they put certain reserve, okay, reserve yang being instruct by Bank Negara Malaysia to put aside. Okay, yang macam I mention, what is SRR? The amount of reserve yang tak boleh nak di-convert into loan. So that one need to be put aside. Letak dekat mana? Bank negara. Okay, property, plant and equipment. So they also use of fund in term of expanding their properties. Dia pun nak expand dia punya premise, okay, in term of plant, okay. Plant kat sini bukan masuk tumbuhan, maksudnya adalah lebih kepada the premise itself, okay, maksudnya macam factory. So this how actually they use the fund in term of the properties. Okay, and investment into subsidiaries company. So they also inject fund. Bila they inject fund, they use available fund tu, okay, dengan kembangkan anak syarikat dia. Mungkin dia nak buka anak syarikat dekat mana? Indonesia, okay, Thailand. So this injection of fund is uses of fund. Maksudnya how they spend the money. Kalau sources of fund, how they receive the money. Okay, non-bank financial institution ni pun I came across, okay, last few weeks, last week actually. Okay, it's more toward movement of fund from surplus to deficit unit, okay, other than banking institution. Okay, so we refresh back what we have here under our financial system structure. Bawah tu ada dua, satu adalah financial institution, satu lagi adalah financial market. Okay, under financial institution we have two, banking institution and non-banking institution. institution. Banking institution kita dah cover. Bank negara, we have what we so call as commercial bank, okay, investment bank, and now the other half iaitu non-banking institution. So what is non-banking institution? Okay, it actually allow, okay, or being receive permit, okay, by bank negara to operate this kind of movement of fund from surplus to deficit. Okay, either they receive the money or spend the money. Okay, their roles are specialized in nature such as pension fund. Okay, so kumpulan wang amanah pencen kita dapat daripada mana? Caruman daripada kerajaan, dan dia akan simpan. Bila kita dapat wang pencen tu, lepas umur kebiasaannya 55 tahun dan ke atas, bila kita terima wang persaraan tu pada masa tempoh persaraan. Okay, that one is pension, more toward government servant. Okay, this one is more toward public. Okay, when it come to what we so call as provident fund, okay, EPF. Okay, so that one is more toward private. Okay, provide insurance business. Okay, so this what we have. Sebab under a non-banking financial institution, they also do offer or being given, okay, the permit to insurance company. Kalau misalnya yang comply with syariah, we do so called as takaful company. Okay, and what we have here under insurance, okay, they being permit to receive money ataupun kita panggil contribution from the depositor. Dekat sini kita panggil insurer lah. Okay, so this sorry, not the insurer, the insuree. Okay, so the insuree will deposit money to the insurance company, and end of the day, if there is kind of any kind of accidents, okay, or they receive, okay, kind of what we so call as any kind of sickness, okay, that being written, okay, under the contract, so they can claim, okay, from this insurance company. So this one is more toward insurance business. Promote economic activities for economic development, okay, because we know that, okay, this circulation, okay, they give alternative, okay, people can not only seek, okay, from banking institution, but also seek or a loan that being offered under non-banking institution. We also have credit institution, okay, means yang pemberi pinjaman wang berlesen, okay, because they being allowed, okay, and they have different term. Cuma dekat sini interest rate dia biasa lagi tinggi. When it come to interest rate, mean cost of repayment akan bertambah, and others lah macam yang I dah mention about the tabung haji, okay, ataupun pilgrim board. So dekat sini that also part of non-banking financial institution per keso, okay, because they being allowed to receive money and they do offer for certain function. Okay, and next one is for the development financial institution, or I did mention on DFI. Okay, this part of bank have specific objective, and usually it came from the ministry itself. Okay, contoh macam agrobank, okay, ataupun formerly known as bank pertanian. Okay, the purpose is to promote this kind of agricultural activities. Okay, like BSN, Bank Simpanan Nasional, even though the term is bank, but they fall under non-banking financial institution. Okay, this also provide capital for industrial, agriculture, commercial, and other economic development. That one is for the DFI itself. Okay, support development in strategic and new growth area to complement the financial service in meeting the national policies. So that's why what we have here, okay, some of this non-banking institution do promote, okay, do promote national policy, okay, to complement with their financial service. Okay, and next one is more toward provide managerial and technical assistance apart from financing. So other when it come to financing ataupun pembiayaan, dia lebih kepada loan base. Okay, but this particular non-banking institution, they also provide managerial and technical service. Okay, to whom? To the customer itself. Okay, so dekat sini dia pun ada bagi technical assistance lah. Okay, in treating or dealing with customer. Okay, this some part of the example of non-banking institution. We have DFI yang tadi lah, SME, Bank Rakyat, Agrobank, Bank Simpanan Nasional. Okay, Exim Bank. This one all fall under DFI.
Sir,
yes.
Ada orang nak masuk di request tapi tak masuk.
Okay, wait.
Sorry.
Nobody?
Kejap sir.
Okay, Balki Syamina. So, ada lagi?
Tu je.
Okay, thank you. Okay, back to our slide. Okay, so this is what we have: insurance companies, housing credit institution. Okay, yang I mention tadi pasal pemberi pinjam wang Malaysia, cagam mas, tabung haji. Okay, leasing, factoring and venture capital company. So kita akan pergi detail. Okay, nanti. Okay, mutual fund company are all this type of what we so call as surplus, okay, unit to deficit unit. Okay, they also being receive permit, okay, under bank negara. Okay, provident and pension fund I dah mention, EPF dengan kumpulan wang amanah pension. Okay, deduction from employee and employers, okay, and plus return on investment, ROI. Okay, main use of fund for investment in security and withdrawal. So dekat sini the benefit is upon retirement, death or disabilities. So dekat sini kalau you tengok, you hanya boleh keluarkan wang persaraan, okay, semasa dah capai umur bersara, okay, iaitu more towards more than 55 and above. Okay, so kalau dekat sini what we have, okay, so you bolehkan imagine lah. Ni tadi yang dulu ada tanya tabung lembaga tabung amanah tentera, okay, LTAT, okay, Malaysia Estate Trust Provident, Teachers Provident Fund. So all this kind of fund, okay, mostly you only allowed to do transaction, okay, or to withdraw your money when you achieve retirement date. Okay, and what we have here, when it comes towards PKP nowadays, okay, so they've been given to emergency withdrawal. Okay, they do so called as ICNAR. Okay, this also amount of funding that we supposed to withdraw during our retirement age. Okay, but we being allowed to withdraw due to emergencies. Okay, next is insurance company. So dekat sini, please bear in mind multiple uses of fund and your source of fund. Okay, for insurance company, provide financial coverage to policyholder in the event of death, loss of property. Main source of fund is more towards the premium that you pay to the that pay by the policyholder, okay, or the depositor. Okay, and main use of funds, the insurance company, okay, not only give this kind of what we so call as claim in terms of accident, okay, in terms of health care, okay, but they also invest, okay, in securities, okay, in shares, okay, financing to other corporation give loan to other corporation. So this is what we have under insurance company. Okay, up till the product, any question?
No, sir.
No. Okay, very good. Okay, this is one of the special part, okay, subtopic under our first chapter, okay, is Islamic banking. Okay, so because we know that generally, okay, most of our commercial bank, investment bank can be considered as uh, conventional, okay, because they actually rely on interest rate, okay. Opposite with conventional banking is Islamic banking. So what we have here under Islamic banking, this one is more toward a surface, okay. So if you want to go in detail, you have specific subject name, Islamic banking, okay. So what we have here is like banking defined as banking system which is consonant with the spirit, ethos and value system of Islam and governed by the principle laid down by Islamic Sharia. Okay, so Islamic banking is more towards when it comes to versus conventional banking. Okay, they actually comply with Sharia. Okay, through the performance by the some of the philosophical foundation. Okay, like Tauhid, Khilafah, Amanah, Al-Adalah, Tazkiyah, and Huriyah. That one is what we have under the overview of Islamic banking. Okay, so overview of Islamic banking. Okay, it's more on the Sharia compliant. Okay, what is Sharia compliant? Okay, they follow. Okay, they do and don't as written in Al Quran and Hadith. Okay, so here the principle of Islamic banking. First thing first, based on Sharia law. Okay, so you have what is Sharia law? Okay, the sources is from the Quran and Hadith. Okay, and they also prohibit riba. Okay, what is riba? Okay, interest rate. Okay, or what we so call as something. Okay, that you give borrowings. Okay, and you add some value. Okay, that one is for the riba itself, equity participation, profit and risk sharing in business venture. Okay, so bear in mind, okay, under this topic Islamic banking, okay, Islamic banking, they usually or generally have contract, okay, have contract to uh, proceed with the transaction. Compared to conventional, they just ask for uh, this kind of interest rate. Okay, what we have here is like banking. Usually, okay, they use contract. Okay, written contract. Who is the seller? Who is the buyer? Okay, but for uh, conventional banking, okay, they more towards account or accumulating. Okay, accumulating of certain uh, this one is for the conventional, okay, multiple wealth, okay, this is what we have. Okay, equity participation, profit and risk sharing in business venture. Okay, bear in mind Islamic banking, they have this kind of ijab kabul, obviously so called as contract. Compared to the conventional, we don't have. Okay, prohibition of gharar. What is gharar? Something that uncertainty. Okay, uncertainty, benda yang kabur lagi. Contoh misalnya you nak beli durian tapi buah durian belum lagi gugur dekat pokok. You just tunjuk saja. So that one we consider as gharar. Okay, or you want to buy flying birds. Burung yang tengah terbang tu you kata you nak beli. Okay, so this is what we so call as raka. Okay, contractual relationship okay depend on nature of transaction, seller buyer, lessee and partnership. Okay, so dekat sini okay dia tak ada more toward the others like uh, family relationship, okay, or what we also call as the yang tak adakan kontrak, okay. So mostly sibling no contract, okay, but with outsider we do have this kind of uh, contract basis, okay, or ijab and kabul. Money is capital, potential, okay, potential capital, okay, when it come to that's why when you see, okay, to follow this kind of Islamic banking, okay, you need to know what is the do and does. Okay, so usually you must know for Islamic banking, anything must be Sharia. Okay, offer financial service. The trust is towards financing on risk sharing and strict focus on halal activities. That one is the main for the Islamic banking, and focus on offering banking transaction adhering to Sharia principle. That's why I did mention. Okay, they have to uh, comply with the Sharia. Okay, what is Sharia? Something that being allowed under era and Rasul. Okay, that one is for the Sharia. Okay, focus on offering banking transaction as in Sharia principle dah. Okay, economic development, establish a direct and close relationship between the banks, ROI, and the successful operation of the business by the entrepreneur. That one is some of the objective of Islamic banking under economic development. Okay, and last one, optimum resource allocation considered to be most profitable, religiously permissible, and are beneficial to the economy. So this is what we have under the objective of Islamic banking. Okay, and for the rest of the objective, we will continue. Okay, for the next, we will break. Okay, after this, and we will continue after 10:45. Okay, so you may write first. Okay, before we move toward the other subtopic. You can ask if you want to ask. Okay, we break first. Okay, so we continue. Okay, for the rest of the objective under Islamic banking. Okay, first we have gone through the offer financial service. Okay, which is more towards the reselling approach. Okay, and the second one is more toward economic development. Okay, which actually it established a direct relationship between the bank, ROI, and successful of entrepreneur. Okay, so okay, basically, okay, to make it more simple, okay, what difference between conventional and Islamic banking? Okay, conventional approach, okay, when it come to performing loans, okay, they introduce riba or interest rate. Dia ada kadar faedah dia. Okay, kadar faedah ni dalam Islam tak boleh. Sebab apa? Kadar bunga ataupun kadar faedah dia seperti menambah. Okay, so dalam Islam kalau pinjaman apa yang you pinjam mesti sama you pulang balik. Okay, this what we have under the Islamic approach. Okay, yang bawah syariah compliant. Kalau misalnya contoh you pinjam RM100, you kena bayar RM101, itu dikira sebagai riba yang RM1 tu. Sebab you menambah. This is the basic fundamental or essential of Islamic banking. And next one is more toward optimum resource allocation, considered to be most profitable, religiously permissible, and are beneficial to the economy when we actually fully utilize the Islamic banking. Okay, next one, optimal approach ni dia lebih kepada profit sharing. Okay, kalau tengok profit sharing principle under Islamic banking, okay, kita gunakan bila kita this particular bank, Islamic bank, offer their products. Okay, so instead of pinjaman, dia lebih kepada dalam bentuk perniagaan. Okay, profit sharing is more toward partnership lah. Okay, bank conduct proper study before getting into project, high return distributed to shareholders. Okay, cuma kalau you tengok dekat sini, lagi satu, banyak produk. Okay, nanti kita akan pergi ada satu produk under Islamic banking. Okay, produk-produk di bawah Islamic banking ni, okay, contoh macam yang konvensional pinjaman tadi. Okay, kita boleh pinjam juga duit dekat Islamic banking. Okay, cuma dia punya term akan berubah. Sebab apa? Dia dah lebih kepada partnership, okay, dah lebih kepada kontrak. Maksudnya dia akan convertkan, okay, daripada bentuk pinjaman tu kepada dalam bentuk jual beli. This is what we have under Islamic banking. Okay, equitable distribution of resource, okay, which distribution of income and resource among the participation party with its profit sharing approach. Okay, profit sharing ni you kena bear in mind, dia bukannya 50-50. Okay, it upon what you agreed with the bank. Maybe 10%, 90%, 30%, 70%, sebab dia adalah profit sharing. Bila profit sharing, it's not only 50-50. Okay, it depend on what is being written in the contract. Facilitate stability in money value. Islam recognize money as a mean of exchange, not as commodity. Sebab tu kat sini, I dah mention masa first class hari tu, forex adalah haram. Sebab kita dagangkan dia sebagai komoditi. Okay? Tapi duit hanya digunakan sebenarnya sebagai medium of exchange. Kita nak tukar barang. Okay, contoh, you ada duit, you beli barang. Okay? You akan bayar guna duit, you akan dapat barang. You tak boleh duit ditukar dengan duit. Itu tak boleh. Cuma dekat sini, kita hanya dibenarkan waktu kita nak buat this kind of, sebab every country, they have their own currency. Okay, Malaysian ringgit, Korean won, okay, Saudi Arabia rial, okay, Chinese renminbi. So mata wang semua berbeza. So kita sepatutnya kita boleh tukar berdasarkan amount yang kita nak saja. Cuma dekat sini kita nampak sekarang currency dah didagangkan. Bila dah didagangkan, maksudnya you are not dealing with one currency that you wish to keep. ataupun hold. Tapi you deal dengan banyak currency because you are looking for profit. Okay, so riba-free system lead to stability in the value of money to enable medium of exchange. That's why tanpa kadar faedah, sepatutnya sistem duit ataupun wang akan jadi lebih kokoh. So this is also one of the popular question, okay, that been come up, okay, during your exam. Okay, what difference between Islamic banking and conventional banking? Okay, so first thing first, the features is business framework. Obviously, Islamic banking refer or based on Sharia law. Okay, Quran, Sunnah. Okay, conventional bank based on secular principle. What is secular? They actually split, okay, or separate, okay, the element of the system itself and the economy. So this is what we have under secular. Okay, and also they also separate the religion, okay, from the operation. Okay, Syariah Supervisory Board. Kena ingat setiap bank Islam, okay, ataupun setiap commercial bank yang ada applied this kind of Islamic banking, dia perlu ada apa? Syariah Supervisory Board. Okay, ataupun ahli lembaga pematuhan syariah. So this what we have under Syariah Supervisory Board, yang mana Islamic bank they have to follow, okay, the compliant. Conventional tak perlulah ada this kind of Syariah Supervisory Board. Okay, sebab conventional they use in interest rate. Okay, tapi kalau contoh bank Islamic, Islamic, so they need to have this kind of SSB. Okay, resharing based on pre-agreed proportion. Ni I mention tadi. Okay, maksudnya not only in term of the return, but risk also need to be shared. Okay, predetermined interest rate for the conventional. Sebab bila resharing dia akan dapat profit. Tapi kalau untuk this kind of conventional, they more toward interest rate. Berapa agaknya interest rate, okay, yang you perlu bayar end of the day after you receive loan. Okay, moral dimension, all economic agent have to work within Islamic moral value. So to make sure that this kind of operation, okay, fully comply with Islamic or Sharia compliant, okay, they need to work within the Islamic moral value. But for conventional, little attention to the moral implication. Prohibition of riba, financing is not interest oriented. Dia based on buying and selling activity. Sebab dia dah tukar kepada kontrak jual beli. Okay. Meanwhile, for the conventional bank, okay, the financing is interest oriented. Okay, either fixed or floating interest rate. Okay. Restriction for the Islamic bank are restricted to participate in economic activity which are not Sharia compliant. So sekarang ni sepatutnya for the Muslim, okay, they being restricted, okay, not to do activity, okay, under non Sharia. Semua yang aktiviti yang kena buat semua adalah Syariah compliant. Okay, but for conventional, nothing such restriction. Okay, for zakat, pay zakat and tax required by the government, but for the conventional, they just pay tax as required by the government. Okay, to proceed with their operation. Okay, so the history of Islamic banking. Okay, first Islamic saving institution for special purpose to perform Hajj. Okay, lembaga urusan tabung haji. Okay, which developed in 1963. Okay, and what we have here, first Islamic bank in Malaysia in order to mobilize and invest fund of the Muslim. So masa itulah dia perkenalkan apa? The first Islamic bank in Malaysia is Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad, incorporate 1st July 1983 to ensure compliance with Sharia principle. What actually they did, the bank had to set up Sharia Supervisory Council, Sharia board tadi lah. Okay, so in March 1993, Bank Negara Malaysia introduced interest-free banking scheme to allow existing conventional banking system to offer banking service. So this what fall under the development of Islamic banking. Okay, so this is numbers of product, okay, that being offered under Islamic bank. Okay, first thing first is saving. Ni yang paling basic lah. Okay, so you boleh simpan duit, okay, in any kind of Islamic banking institution. Okay, so right here the first adalah al-wadi'ah. Okay, apa maksud wadi'ah? You simpan duit, okay, for saving. Okay, so safekeeping guard with guarantee. With guarantee maksudnya dia akan simpan duit ni. Okay, and bank become the guarantor or custodian, which depositor grant the bank to utilize the money for whatever purpose permit by Syariah. Bank tak akan just hold the money, dia akan buat contoh the bank will offer this kind of loan, okay, but in not kalau dia adalah bank Islam, okay, maksudnya they need to offer loan that comply with syariah. Okay, iaitu kebanyakannya adalah dalam bentuk kontrak jual beli. Okay, and possibility of earning some profit known as hibah to depositor as a token of appreciation. Hibah dapat bila? Biasanya ataupun usually end of the year, sebab you simpan duit dekat akaun wadiah. Biasa yang ada wadiah ni adalah macam bank Islam, okay, bank muamalat, okay, and even the what we so call as other product also offer this kind of hibah. Okay, mudarabah investment. So when it comes to source of fund, they also have this kind of issuing contract. Okay, al-mudarabah contract, which between provider of capital, depositor, and entrepreneur or fund manager, the bank, to enable bank to carry out business venture within the Syariah guideline. So right here, okay, we basically introduce, okay, new name to our what we so call as client. Okay, so usually before this, okay, if we want to do investment, okay, because this is sort of fund, okay, we need to what we so call as introduce such as instrument, okay, like have interest, okay, but right here, okay, still we can issue instrument, okay, but that instrument more toward mudarabah base. Okay, what is mudarabah base? Okay, the relationship is more toward, okay, between the bank itself, okay, and the borrower. Okay, so depositor don't participate in the management of the investment. Profit will be distributed, okay, at an agreed predetermined ratio. Okay, this is what I mentioned before. Okay, the predetermined ratio is not only 50-50. Sometimes 90-10, okay, 20-60. So this is some amount of ratio when the investment is due stated in the investment certificate. So kalau tengok dekat sini, dia punya source of fund ni lebih kepada macam money market instrument. Okay, so this one of use of fund, okay, home for the home financing, but all is Islamic. Okay, apa ni, by bitaman ajil, okay, or musyarakah or musyarakah mutanakisah. This one is more toward the term, okay, for the home financing. For motor vehicle financing, they use ijarah or ijarah thumma al-bay'. Okay, personal financing usually used by al-ina, okay, credit cards, okay, motor wadi'ah by al-ina or qardul hasan. Okay, what is qardul hasan? Benevolent loan. Okay, So next is project financing. Okay, semua toward mudarabah and musyarakah. Okay, working capital financing. Okay, working capital financing is more toward murabaha. Letter of credit. Letter of credit yang I mention hari itu berkenaan dengan what we so call as the uh, export and import. How do they settle the trade dilemma? Dilemma. Okay, through this kind of letter of credit. Okay, Islamic expected bill using by iodine and bank guarantee. Okay, using kafalah product. That one is type of bank guarantee. Okay, we have all this kind of detail. Okay, of what we do so called as the illustration, and some is famous for your final. Okay, you can see like what we so called as tawaruk. Okay, before this credit card we use buy al-ina. Okay, now we use tawaruk. Okay, what is actually tawaruk? Okay, here is the bank, here is the customer. Okay, usually for the credit card, okay, bank will issue credit card to customer, okay, uh, which that credit card, okay, the operation or transaction, okay, valid when the customer, okay, sign the contract. Okay, so this is what we have under the credit card, okay, between the bank and the customer. Okay, and this particular bank, okay, when it comes to tawaruk, okay, they will manage the facility. Okay, and when it comes to commodity, okay, the commodity should be available, uh, available, okay, and have gone through the this kind of buying and selling activity. This is what we have under tawaruk. Okay, and we have if you can see, it's a bit different with buy al-ina. Okay, but nowadays Bank Islam they do offer credit card using this kind of tawaruk. Okay, so because buy al-ina is more toward selling, okay, on deferred payment. Okay, what is deferred payment? Bayar secara tangguh. Tapi dekat sini you receive that kind of money actual. Okay, this is what we have under the some of the service, okay, offered under Islamic banking. Okay, we have Qardul Hasan project, the Mudarabah, okay, project financing, so on and so forth. Okay, I will upload some of the question in your future, and I would like you to answer it like you converse with your friend. Okay, like example, I start with the question of what we so call as use of fund, and what we so call as source of fund for a certain project. Okay, so you have to discuss, okay, some of the element, okay, some of the benefits, okay. You can share with your friend, okay, discussion, but please try to avoid, okay, answer from internet. Okay, so maybe we can stop early today, okay, and please make sure you check your future, okay, about today's class attendance. Okay, so maybe we check after this. Any question before we stop our class? Later, you please check your future. Yeah. Yeah. Any question?
No, sir.
No, thank you, Aina. Okay. So later, please do check your future for this kind of discussion on this Islamic product. Okay. And I think that's all for today. Okay. Thank you for listening. Uh, See you next week. Okay. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, sir.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Sir.